This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Bahamas mourning the loss of one of our own statesmen, former House Speaker and Free National Movement Member of Parliament Vernon Symonette, for the Michael constituency. Prime Minister Philip Davis expressing condolences to the family of the late Mr. Symonette, who passed away on Thursday. In his statement, Mr. Davis said Mr. Symonette served his party well, advanced their ideals, and was a fair referee as House Speaker, noting that he was a longtime resident of Inagua, well known for being one of the few parliamentarians who lived in the constituency they represented. The Prime Minister also indicating that while he and Mr. Symonette respectfully crossed swords on legislative and policy matters on any number of occasions, overall the former House Speaker was a good man, and at all times his demeanor was calm, steady, and rulings were reasonable. Prime Minister Davis offers condolences on behalf of the government, the officers and members of the Progressive Liberal Party, and the Bahamian people to the family of Mr. Symonette, the Free National Movement, and the parliamentarians who served with him, all members of his extended and political family. May he rest in peace. The government is looking to demolish the emergency dome structures in Spring City, Abaco, possibly by next month. Minister of Transport and Housing, Jobeth Kobe Davis, says the Disaster Reconstruction Authority, or the DRA, is working with social services in issuing letters to people occupying the domes, providing contact information to the DRA office in Abaco, with social services assisting on relocating dome home occupants.
Social service will be providing an update on the amount that they have allocated to assist those persons with relocation. I am hoping that I can demolish the domes in August and begin working towards, we already have a site plan created by the Department of Housing, and I think that property can hold about 11 homes. And so we're hoping to start working on that very soon.
Based on the latest update, some 36 domes are still being occupied in Spring City. Those structures were occupied by residents whose homes were damaged or destroyed by Hurricane Dorian in September of 2019. Speaking further on the initiatives for what many Abaconians are calling a housing crisis, Minister Kobe Davis says 10 homes have walls with work on the roof to be soon done. The minister adds that the work is an expansion of the housing project she inherited from a previous administration.
The two projects that I had gotten from former Prime Minister Ingram, one of them was a massive housing project with a big plot of land that can take a good number of homes. And so we have persons now working towards, the architect is now working towards re-looking at the property and seeing if it's still in the state where it was years past when that was being considered. My team has already visited, and they feel that we are in a 95 percentile state to use that property. If that is the case, we will be proceeding with a massive construction project on that property, and I'll discuss more about that when I get all of the information from the various teams that have taken that trip and working towards providing me with an update on how we could proceed. And I'm hoping to start that as soon as possible when I have all the information in front of me.
The deadline to leave the dome was announced last month during Minister Kobe Davis's budget contribution in the House of Assembly. She says many people living in the domes now are renting from people who were originally allocated dome homes. Officials were investigating reports that some dome structures were being used as brothels. And finally, the Bahamas is among 5 nominees in the Caribbean's Best Culinary Destination 2022 category in this year's 3rd Annual World Culinary Awards, with leading Bahamian chefs, restaurateurs, and a culinary institution all netting nominations. Voting for all categories opened on Tuesday, June 7th, and closes Wednesday, August 31st. And Bahamians everywhere are invited to vote online at www.worldculinaryawards.com. The categories in which Bahamian nominees will go head-to-head competing with other Caribbean countries are the Bahamas as the Caribbean's Best Culinary Destination 2022, the Grey Cliff Restaurant for the Caribbean's Best Fine Dining Hotel Restaurant 2022, Santana's Bar and Grill Exuma for the Caribbean's Best Landmark Restaurant, Café Boulud at the Rosewood for the Caribbean's Best New Restaurant, and Marcus at Bahama Fish and Chop House for the Caribbean's Best Rooftop Restaurant. And of course, the University of the Bahamas Tourism, Hospitality, Culinary Arts and Leisure Management School for the Caribbean's Best Culinary Training Institution. Participants can also vote for who they believe is the best Hotel Restaurant 2022 here in the Bahamas. The World Culinary Awards was established in 2020 and is the sister event of the World Travel Awards, which started in 1994. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jareno Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.